could see floating live chat comments from the future, and that little trick saved me from dozens bad things. But today, my adoptive parents gave me an ultimatum. I had to pick a fiancé. The family's real daughter, Wendy Wellington, who was recently found and welcomed back with open arms, clutched my hands. Tears welled in her eyes as she pointed to a man in a wheelchair, a tattered blanket over his knees. Word on the street was that he had gone bankrupt, owing over $100 million. My health is too fragile for a hard life, Wendy sniffled while trying to hide her smirk. What would people say if the real heiress was seen riding a public bus? You're so much stronger than me. Do this one for the sake of the family. She glanced over at a guy leaning against a blood-red Ferrari nearby. I'll handle the billionaire's son, she added quickly. You shouldn't be blinded by money to make a mistake. I looked at Harry in the wheelchair. Floating right above his head was a wall of glowing comments. LOL. She's dumping the city's richest hidden billionaire for a guy who's going to prison next week? He's only playing broke and disabled to catch his rivals off guard. Once he clears his name next month, his net worth is going to skyrocket. I squeezed my sister's hands tight, and a sweet smile spread across my face. Since you've put so much thought into my future, I would hate to disappoint you, I said. I'll take the guy in the wheelchair. My adoptive mother, Sarah Wellington, slammed the agreement onto the table in front of me. Sign it, Clara. After today, you don't get a single dime from this family. I picked up the waiver of family trust fund rights and flipped through the pages. Wendy leaned against Victor Jackson, her new fiancé, giggling into her hand. Don't feel too bad, Clara, she purred. Marrying Harry is a generosity. A bankrupt cripple and an adopted orphan, people will say it's a match made in heaven. My adoptive father, Killian Wellington, tapped his knuckles on the heavy mahogany desk. We raised you for 20 years. It is fair not to ask for anything in return. I flipped to the final page and hovered my pen over the signature line. Once I sign this, any future favors you ask from me will be treated as loans, not debts of gratitude. Sarah's face instantly darkened. You haven't even left this house and you're already saying all these. I pressed the pen to the paper and signed my name. A string of bright comments floated across the pages. Sign it. That paper won't even be worth using as toilet paper in a month. She's walking away from a few million to claim a multi-billion-dollar empire. I pushed the agreement back across the desk. Keep it safe. Don't come crawling to me when your pockets are empty. I do not owe you a dime. The smile froze on Wendy's face. Harry brought me to a rundown, leaking apartment on the edge of town. The door lock stuck 3 times before it finally clicked open. In the corner, a plastic bucket caught drips of water from the ceiling. He wheeled himself over to the small table and set down 2 plates of instant noodles. This is all I have. I sat down and took the spoon. Hope it's delicious? He paused, staring at me for a split second before sliding a small shaker over. Are you not going to whine and complain about this? Back at my family house, I said, while taking a mouthful. I only got cold leftovers after washing the dishes. I quickly finished the noodles and picked up the plate. Harry stared at me. Did you really eat that all? 2 plates for $1. Nothing gets wasted. I picked the plate up and picked every noodles left, putting them in my mouth. His fingers tapped twice against his armrest. Clara, you don't need to put on an act to prove you're poor. I set the empty plate down. And you don't need to play the tough guy. I know your leg hurts. His brows furrowed instantly. Who told you that? A floating comment hovered right near his knee. His old injury is flaring up. The pain relief balm is on the 3rd shelf of the cardboard box in the corner. I walked over, dug through the box, and pulled out the bottle of balm. Harry reached out to block me. Don't bother. If you pass out from the pain, who's going to sign our marriage certificate tomorrow? He hesitated, then slowly dropped his hand. I rolled up his pant leg and hurled the balm into my palm. A deep, faint scar stretched across his leg. As I rubbed the balm on it, his muscles clenched hard like rock. Tell me if it hurts. You seem pretty experienced at this, he muttered, his voice tight. My